We just got some horrible news. Just seen confirmed the passing of the great Willie Mays at age 93, right on the eve of what was going to be a real tribute to Willie and so many of his brethren. The game at Rickwood Field in Birmingham. Greatest ball player I've ever seen, Willie Mays, has passed away.
I'm in your court there. The best player I've ever seen, the greatest player. I fortunately grew up in the Bay Area in what Mays' prime, and he was a 5-tool player, an extraordinarily good 5-tool player. You go to a game, he would do something, whether it would be a great catch, a great throw, a stolen base, hit a home run, or he'd do them all. He was just that kind of player.
Well, it makes you really think about your childhood, and it makes me grateful that the Mets made the decision to fulfill a long-term promise to Willie to have his number retired by the Mets last summer, and number 24 will hang from the rafters at Citi Field forever.
Michael Lorenzen off to a great start this year. 11 starts, 66 innings pitched, 2.86 ERA, 2.12 batting average against.
Pops this one up left side of the infield into foul ground, and that's handled by Duran, one away.
Here's Nimmo.
Next pitch, that's in the air, center field. Taveras angling back, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning, and that ball pretty well struck.
There are 2 outs for J.D. Martinez. 3-2 pitch. Martinez takes strike 3 call. Fastball right down the middle. He was clearly looking for something else.
The Rangers, who have been run-starved, want to get something going against Luis Severino.
His last 4 starts, he's 2-0 with an ERA at 2.39.
Semien flies one out to left, and Nimmo comes in a few strides. 1 out. It was Corey Seager, 1 for 2 last night. 369 lifetime against the Mets.
Popped up down the left field line. Vientos racing over toward foul ground. He makes the catch in fair territory right before he crossed over into foul territory. Well, Seager pops out, 2 up and 2 down.
Here's Josh Smith back in action as the DH. It's his first DH assignment of the year.
This one ripped by first. That's a base hit for Smith, just back in the lineup tonight. He'll turn first base and hold. A 2-out single for Josh.
Nathaniel Lowe takes his time before this at bat. 2-0. Chopper toward first. Alonso has it, steps to the bag behind him, and the inning is over.
And that brings up Starling Marte.
Bounces this one to the left side of the infield with Duran's strong arm. Marte easily retired, 2 away.
But now Mark Vientos, who had 3 hits last night.
It was good to see Mark get the 3 hits.
That's hit in the air to deep left field. Back goes Langford looking up, and it's out of here. Mark Vientos gets the Mets on the board first with his 6th home run of the year. After Lorenzen had retired 5 in a row, Vientos gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
Francisco Alvarez. Here's a ball chopped to first, handled by Lowe. He'll take it to the bag, and Alvarez is the final out here in the second.
Here's Travis Jankowski, lefty batter. 1-2. On the outside corner, Severino collects his first strikeout. 97. Again, it's there when he needs it, and he uses that velo for his first strikeout. Here's Jonah Heim batting left.
He pops one up on the infield, and Lindor waits for it to come down, and that retires the side. Severino, after getting the lead, throws a 1-2-3 second. Jeff McNeil leads off against Michael Lorenzen.
And as he hits a routine ground ball to first here, taken by Lowe, and he'll get to the bag ahead of McNeil. So 1 gone. Here's Harrison Bader.
Swing and a miss. Bader strikes out. 2nd strikeout tonight for Lorenzen. There's a bouncer down to first, and Lowe, a 1-2-3 inning for Lorenzen.
Zeke is hitting .264, has a couple of home runs, 13 runs batted in.
The Rangers can get on the board in this inning.
Duran beats out a little tapper to third, and the Rangers had their 2nd hit of the night.
So runners at first and second now with 1 out for Corey Seager.
Way inside. The runners both advance. Semien to second, Duran to third on the wild pitch.
Infield plays at normal depth, so a ground ball would tie the game. And there's a ground ball to first and bobbled by Alonso, but he recovers, takes it to the bag. Seager is out, but Duran scores, and we are in fact tied at 1.
So here's Josh Smith, who singled against Severino back in the first.
Having a terrific year. He pops this one up, and Nimmo comes into shallow left center to grab it. That retires the side. The Rangers scratch out a run to tie it 1-1 after 3.
He puts Alonso on here, and he'll deal with Marte.
1-0 to Marte. And that's out to center field. Taveras makes the catch. And the top half of the fourth is done for the Mets.
Here's Jankowski. The 0-1 to Jankowski. Swung on, slash the opposite way. Fielded on a backhand by Lindor. He throws it back to McNeil at second. They've got low and a rundown. Vientos applies the tag. Throw back to second base as Jankowski, followed to the second base bag, is not in time. But what a play by Francisco Lindor. He took away a base hit from Jankowski, and he turned it into cutting down the lead runner. 2-1 the count, the pitch. Swing, a bouncing ball hit towards first. Fielded on the backhand by Alonso. He waves off Severino. Takes it to the bag himself.
Vientos is on base for Francisco Alvarez.
That's line base hit into left field. So Alvarez shoots one through the hole, and the Mets have back-to-back hits to start the 5th.
Good at bat.
But now it's first and third, 1 out for Bader. Tie game, top of the 5th.
And he grounds one on the right side. Not very hard hit. Semien will have to go to first with it as the lead run comes home. So Bader drives in the run with a soft ground ball as Vientos scores.
Corey Seager will be the batter with runners at first and second, 1 out, and the Rangers down by a run.
They need him to come up with something here. But a bouncer left side of the infield. That gets through, base hit. Duran comes around to score. Taveras to third base. And this game tied at 2. Josh Smith has been an RBI machine at times this year. His numbers with runners in scoring position about as good as you can get. And he hammers this ball deep out to right. And that one is gone! 5th of the year for Josh Smith. And he's put the Rangers in front tonight. 5-2 in the 5th inning.
Great catch by the Ranger fan. Welcome back to the lineup, Josh Smith.
It's a 4-run inning for the Rangers, and here's Langford. Langford's 0 for 2.
Ooh, that ball smoked. Deep out to left. It is gone! And Wyatt Langford with his first home run over the fence. It was a long time coming. And he makes it 6-2.
Hey, look at the treatment. Look at the dugout right now.
How about the weight coming off those shoulders?
We go to the top of the 6th inning in Arlington, Texas. The Rangers are now up 6-2. Brandon Nimmo is set to lead off.
And now Nimmo hits one in the air to deep right field. Back goes Jankowski at the wall, jumping, and it's out of here. Brandon Nimmo begins the Mets comeback with his 2nd home run in 2 nights. Number 9 for Nimmo. And it cuts the Texas lead to 6-3.
And it brings up Starling Marte. Marte swings, hits one sharply to first, but fielded by Lowe. He'll take it to the bag. And Marte the final out here in the top half of the 6th.
Vientos has 2 of the Mets' 4 hits and 1 of their 2 home runs tonight. And that's hooked into left field, and Vientos has his 3rd hit of the night. He got a slider and hooked it into left. And Vientos, after 3 hits last night, has 3 more tonight. So 2 singles and a walk, and the Mets have him loaded up.
So the former Met, David Robertson, and he'll face Francisco Lindor.
And Lindor hits the first cutter right to second base, where Seager steps and throws low. Lowe can't handle it, and a run comes in.
Wow.
An absolutely tailor-made double play, and Seager bounced the throw, allowing Vientos to score to make it 6-4. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Inning should have been over. Robertson threw 1 pitch. Looked like he had 2 outs.
It's got 2 casual.
Robertson's 2-2, and he got him swinging. Nimmo strikes out. The inning is done, and Robertson bails the Rangers out of another jam.
1 out in the 8th. Here's Alonso.
Ground ball toward the middle of the diamond. That'll go through for a base hit for Alonso. So Pete is on base for the 2nd time tonight. And the Mets will get the tying run to the plate with starting Marte. Marte grounds one toward the hole, base hit. Alonso to second. He'll stop there. So Marte, who might have broken his bat, grounds one through the hole for his first hit of the night. And the Mets have the tying runs on base.
Alvarez 2 for 2. Tying runs on. 6-4 Texas.
Runners get set to go. 3-2. And he lines one to left center field. That's an extra base hit up the gap. And it'll tie the game. Alonso is in. Marte scores. Francisco Alvarez with a 2-run double. And the Mets draw even 6-6 in the 8th. Huge hit for Alvarez, his 2nd straight 3-hit game as he plates a pair to get the Mets even.
6-6 our score in the 8th inning. Alvarez at second base and Iglesias at first, and Taylor the batter.
1-1 to Taylor. A little nubber out near the mound. Lats off quickly, throws to first in time, and they get Taylor. The inning is done.
It is 1 for 3 and a walk tonight. Nimmo at second, Martinez at first, 1 out, top of the 9th. And Alonso pulls one over the bag. That's a fair ball going down the line. Nimmo is in with the lead run. Racing for third is Martinez. He's going to be held there. Pete Alonso gives the Mets the lead with an RBI double. And it's 7-6 New York in the 9th.
Edwin Diaz on for the 9th to try to finish this thing off and try to complete the comeback.
And Jonah lifts this one. Left side. Out there into short left field, and it drops in for a hit. And the Rangers have the tying man on in the 9th. Not a home run, but that'll do.
Duran is 2 for 3 tonight. He scored 2 runs. The tying run aboard, and a ground ball hit to short. Lindor's got it to McNeil for 1. On to first. Double play. 2 men down. 6-4-3 double play erases the base runner. Iglesias with the turn in the middle of the double play. He got run into. So just like that, the Rangers are down to their final out, and Leody Taveras popped it up, shallow left field. Nimmo coming on, he's there. And the ball game is over. The Mets win their 7th in a row as they come from 4 runs down. Diaz secures it for the save.